on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me sleep rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my man.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This is Dalvin Cook. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Cousins now on second down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Mike Daniels in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Cousins finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. Cousins again. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Second down, Cousins. And complete. Right side to tight end Rudolph. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down. Cousins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Throwing, Cousins. For Kirk Cousins, it's his first touchdown pass as a Minnesota Viking. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. On play action, it's Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. George Iloka, the one that comes up to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Now they'll run. Murray. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Lucky 48.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing his Cousins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a 2nd down. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 89 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Rodgers going to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Marquez. Valdez-Scantling with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 right at the 30. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers now throwing again. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 5. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather, of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Cousins on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, we're good. Right flag.
To throw, Cousins. High throw, but the catch is made. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll run it. Here's Cook. He can't get him, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Back to north.
Now Rodgers to throw again. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. On first down, Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. Gets through and never an opening. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31. And again, it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. Because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Rodgers again now. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Rodgers to throw once more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reaction to those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. On second down, Cook. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Rhino! Mason! Ready? Yellow! It's in there. Yellow. Gun! Yellow. Gun!
Cousins now to throw on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. That'll bring up second down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Cousins now on second down. Flushed out right. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Mike Daniels in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Wild. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Pulled in at the 24. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cobb. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A gain of 32 that time.
Hey, 626.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are back within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To throw is Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Final play of the half. Cousins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Rodgers now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he can get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Everson Griffin in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Throwing now is Rodgers. And the man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he's flushed out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. Let's take it a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. First down. Here's Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Excellent play there by P.J. Hall, creating a little bit of rubble and stuffing the run, but don't go to sleep on him in terms of being a pass rusher. Has excellent explosive tendencies to work inside. He has 14 kicks in his college career, so he knows how to get through the hole and get upfield.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Linval Joseph busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. Rodgers now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers, operating from the gun. And that is incomplete here. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On play action, now Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Daniil Hunter in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And that will tie things at 20 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Back to it after the pick 6. Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A first down throw for Cousins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hey, we're good, we're good, we're good. We're good. Rose, Rose. Two.
To throw, Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Second down, Cousins. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Get reset. Hey, easy. 319.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And left side here, it's Graham. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Now it's Rodgers. Got some real estate inside the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to work. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning.
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, an 8-yard touchdown run. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. A beautiful fake. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A second down throw for Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Dancing to his left. That's to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Cousins now. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
A very solid gain of 27. From the red zone now, Cousins. He had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. Second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Cousins. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Cousins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dante Fowler in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, here's Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Perry in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins to throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that.
They're down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
Rodgers throwing here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy is covering it. He's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Finding some room at midfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cobb. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st down, Rodgers steps away to his left. And he's got some space here. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Rodgers looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Graham. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
On second down, Cousins again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little skeptical
about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much.